And just like that, we're back. The Pew Podcast, starring C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, Javis Mays, Ron Todd, and the legendary Monique Walker. Hold on to your hats. We discuss everything on the Pew.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Pew. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I am so excited because the legend is in the house. Can we give it up for the legendary Pastor Monique Walker? Yes, all hail the queen. How are you?
I can't see no more. Oh man, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Oh my gosh, people are coming in. They're talking to us already. I'm super excited. Everybody's so excited about the Pew being back and all that stuff. And so, so last week was our first week back, and of course, you had a funeral. And so we were telling all the listeners, and they're like, okay, where is Pastor Monique? I need to see her.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, people?
What's up?
What is going on around here? Enough already.
The legend is here. That's what's happening. Hold on. It looks like we're drinking the same thing on tonight.
I hope so.
Mine is non-alcoholic.
Mine is always non-alcoholic.
I didn't know whether that was gin and juice because you never can see the gin in the juice. And
come on.
No, I'm drinking this too fast.
Right. That's going down too smooth.
What you drinking, Pastor Ron?
This is it's by Tropicana. It's like a pineapple. I think it's orange pineapple.
See, I have lemonade mango lemonade.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's good, yeah.
Pastor Mo, I already know Pastor Mo got H2O over there.
Absolutely. I gotta. It's right over there. I gotta get up.
Well, I did water all day. I usually do between 48 ounces to a gallon a day, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
I do coffee in the morning. I have to have it, and then at night I'll sit with a glass of juice.
A glass of what?
Juice.
I can't drink orange juice. Orange juice makes me hoarse.
Really?
The acid.
The acid, yeah, it makes me have acid reflux.
Acid reflux.
And it burned. Well, I was drinking so much it was burning my vocal cords, and I didn't know.
Yeah, my doctor still makes me go on like Prilosec. Usually like every 3 or 4 months. He was like, go do a week of it because acid reflux, it builds with everything you're eating and drinking. And last week I felt like just how you feel good walking in, you're talking and everything for church. Mm-hmm. But when I was up singing lead worship, I just felt like I just could not get it out the way I wanted to. And it aggravated me really bad. Like I wanted to throw the microphone down and walk off stage.
Yeah. But I have go ahead, Pastor.
I was gonna say for a long time I didn't know that acid reflux came from food as well. I thought it was only what you drink.
Tomato sauce, chocolate, onions,
ice cream.
Yeah.
And I love a good spaghetti, lasagna.
It's the sauce, the tomatoes. Because anything that's really acidic, it can really mess you up, really bad. But I have it with that and mucus on my vocal cords, and out of those two things,
that's why they tell singers to stay away from dairy.
And I love cheese.
I love cheese.
I love this ice cream.
Yeah, I can't have none of that, or I will not. I won't be. And I'm trying to do what I got to do I'm just figuring out what's going on with my voice, so I'm trying to do what I do. But yeah.
I try not to have ice cream at least 3-4 days before singing. because it takes a while to get that mucus.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to go to. I went to a doctor today and I had to take shots, but then I got to go to my specialist Thursday to see.
I was watching you one morning. You were talking about that on live. You were walking, and I watched. I think I went back and watched it, and you were talking about how you went through so many different things with your vocal cords, and it's a lot. I had my doctor went. Listen, there was a time when I was so raspy and couldn't get range, and he was like, "Well, I needed to actually take." He wanted me to take a 3-month break. And I was like, 3 months? Well, do you know how much more? Yeah, he was like, well, you could either take the break or you could take a permanent break. He was like, so you need to kind of figure that out. And then I had nodules on my of course, you know, because you know how we sang, we go for. And he's like, and all you're doing, he was like, you know, you're just hitting your vocal cords like this. They're just banging up against each other.
Yeah.
And so I took a 2-month break. I couldn't do a break. I was like, but I took a 2-month break. And, you know, I'm grateful though, you know, that I've had a career because it allowed me to, you know, I definitely was missing that money, but I didn't worry about whether or not I was going to eat. I knew I really had to do it for myself.
That's good. That's good that you were able to do that.
Another thing that I learned too was if we're drinking hot tea, we're burning our vocal cords. We're not supposed to drink hot tea. He said you're supposed to drink warm tea. He said a lot of singers drink hot tea. He said when you finish singing, he said you burnt your vocal cords. So now they're swollen a lot of times. And it started coming to me that after I sang, people or preach, people give me hot tea, you know, and then the mucus goes around your vocal cords again because it's trying to heal the burns that you put on your vocal cords.
I never knew that. That's something new.
Yep. He said, do not drink hot tea. Pastor Ron, we can't hear you.
I was saying I didn't know either because I drink it like piping hot, like it's hot as I can stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have it before I sing. And then afterwards I'll drink water or Gatorade or something.
Yeah, he said
that.
Yeah, he said you don't need hot tea. He said warm tea. He said, and you'll feel the difference in the texture of your voice when you do warm tea over hot tea.
Really? God, I'm listen, I'm gonna try it all.
But you know what? When I was doing vocal lessons, I never forget that LaRue would give me warm water, not tea, but she would give me warm water, and I was like, warm, like, but it helped me a whole lot more. It gave me
really?
Yeah,
really,
so not tea anymore.
Nothing in it.
I don't really put nothing in my tea because
I mean, like lemon, no lemon.
Well, lemon is acidic, so sometimes it burns your vocal cords too. And
what about ginger?
Ginger is really good. Ginger is really
good.
Ginger
is really good. That I know.
Especially if you boil it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I do when I do plays, and we'll talk about that a little later. But I just peel it, put it in that coffee pot, let the water hit the ginger, and like it makes its own kind of tea.
My doctor told me to be very careful with honey though, because honey is a lot of sugar at times. He said so. Sugar fights your vocal cords too, so be very careful of that. Yeah, he was like,
look, so, I'm like, Lord Jesus.
But they said your honey coats your throat is supposed to be good for your throat.
Well, he said it's how much honey you put in. He said because a lot of times, you want honey. He said you should be putting honey in tea to give it a almost like a little flavoring or whatever. He said a lot of people put so much honey in it.
Yeah.
It's just sugar.
Yeah. But there's a ginger crystals that you can take. Yep.
Yeah. I use those.
You don't need any honey. You don't need. I don't put no honey or sugar in the crystal.
They're great.
Yeah.
By itself. Yeah.
And they open you up real good too. I love those.
Good.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to find them in stores. I've been having to order them on Amazon.
Oh no, they have them in all the Oriental stores.
Oh,
you have it. Yeah. I find it all the Oriental stores.
If you go to island stores or Orientals, we'll see because they understand a whole lot more than we understand about the body.
Ooh. That's why they're so tiny.
Naturally,
they small. They know how to be right.
They small like you.
You talking about Javis?
You. Anyway, y'all, we ain't got talking. We forgot about our crew. I'm sorry, crew. We see y'all coming in. Aaliyah Essence says, "Happy Tuesday."
Oh, that's my Aaliyah. Hi, boo.
Let's see. Diane Williams says, "Good evening, crew."
Hi, Diane, my sister.
Good evening. Renee says, "Yes."
My other sister. Hi, Renee.
Aaliyah says, "Hey, Pastor Ron." Hey, Aaliyah. Keisha says, "Hello."
Hello.
She is the best.
Hey, everybody.
Renee Rogers is clapping. There's Kevin Moore. I was looking for Kevin. He says, "It's the Pew." Hey, Pew crew. Oh, my gosh. Pastor Mo is in the house. Yes, she is. Lips popping it off. Y'all see her looking good, too.
That's all because I didn't want them to be ashy. Just put something on so they don't be ashy. That's all. It ain't much.
Aaliyah says, "Hey, Mama Mo. Good to see you on the Pew today."
Hey.
There's Melanie D. Robertson. She says, "Hey, Pew family."
Hey.
I love y'all so much. We all do. Y'all are so faithful. I love it. Renee says, "My sister is present and looking fat." Ain't she?
Looking fabulous.
As always.
I need a vacation so bad. I'm so tired and I just got back to work. I'm exhausted.
Well, you look good.
Every day I got something else to do.
Kobe Bowden says, "Hey, Pew crew, it's Pew Day." Yes, we are here. Kevin Moore says, "Oh, wow, I think we're about to have a full house." Yes, we are. Hold on, Ashley is coming. Yes, we are. Renee Rogers says, "Hi, Javis," with a heart. You know they got to put a heart next to Javis.
Hey, Renee.
Yeah, he brings that sex appeal, honey.
Right.
Ain't nobody.
Kevin Moore says, "Oh, this boy, Kevin Moore said, ooh, that's what causes acid reflux." I did not know that. I didn't know
that caused it.
I thought it was just like acidic drinks, like lemonades, orange juices, stuff like that. I didn't know it was food.
Yeah, it's a lot of food that we shouldn't eat. Yeah, my doctor gave me a whole list of stuff, but I'm like, okay, some of this I gotta eat.
Right. Let me take a pill with it or before.
I take a every day. Every day I have to. Every single day.
Really?
Oh God, yes. I have what I'm going through in my body, child. Don't get old. The only way to keep from going through it, just don't get old. There it is.
We can't keep living if we don't get old.
That's right.
Listen.
So Kevin Moore said that acid reflux will burn your vocal cords while you're sleeping. Seriously.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't either. That is really something. Yep. Kiana Parker's on, everybody. She says, "Hey,
my sister, Kiana. Oh my God."
I see TK. And is it Antonio TK King? He's smiling.
Hey.
There's Pastor Darlene Bell. She says, "Praise the Lord, Pastor Ron Todd and Pew crew. God continue to bless you all richly. God continue to bless you, Pastor Darlene, richly and abundantly."
Yes.
Pastor Darlene said, "Wow, never knew that hot tea is not helpful."
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That's
and bam, there she is. Hey,
what's up, Ash?
Hi, Ashley.
Hey,
Ashley, are you in your closet?
I am in my closet. Yeah.
Why are you in the closet?
Because my husband is filling out some paperwork for his new job. And he's got some other stuff going on in the front of the house, which is where I usually film from, but I didn't want to interrupt him. He's watching some Halloween movie. So I'm trying to be nice.
Such a good wife. Such a good. I saw your name on the list today, Ashley.
Ashley has been making strides.
Very excited about it. And he's with me. Reggie is coming with me. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
So I'm very
love boat.
Right now.
Right. Oh, you guys, really quick. Before we go any further, so I want you guys to check out my shirt, guys. You guys see it? Y'all see it?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's
man. I have the same one.
The homie
Travis
Malloy
from Atlanta.
Yes.
Right?
Travis
So
Malloy.
listen, I need you. Everybody needs the shirt. You need the sweatshirt. You need what? It's a declaration, all right, guys. And if you want to get it, if you don't have your shirt, make sure you go to www.livedreamcurrency.com. Get the shirt. Get the sweater. I love this. I love this.
I have the exact same. This is how I know we're brother and sister because I have the exact same shirt.
Are you serious?
Exact shirt. Yes.
That is what's up. We love you, Travis. I love this. This is more than a movement. It's totally a declaration. We got to get it.
It really, really is. You know, he put it out as like dream currency, but when I see that, like the Holy Ghost just kind of took me some other places with that millions, billions, trillions, because I looked at it as like that's how many souls I want to reach. That's how much, that's how many things that I want to do with my time and with my ministry. How much money I do want to make. It's how many times God has forgiven me. How many sins He's covered. You know, so it took me. I can't hardly wear that shirt without getting happy. You know, it
you must stir me up. Well, guys, let's jump into some hot topics real quick because we got so much to do and so little time as always. So let's do it. It's time for some hot topics. Woo! All right. So, Ashley, why don't you lead out on hot topics if you don't mind?
Sure. So one of the things that I noticed is that this month it celebrates a lot of things. It is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is when everybody wears pink to celebrate the survivors and the victims of breast cancer. But there's also something that's really dear to my heart, and it's National Bullying Prevention Month.
National
Bullying Prevention Month, which is really something that a lot of people don't really. I know it might seem kind of trivial to some people, but I definitely have experienced it firsthand. I went through most of my childhood being bullied by people, male and female. For many years, it was kind of hard for me to stay associated with a lot of people because, you know, they would have certain feelings about me and they would take it out on me verbally. I've been called some of everything, and it really takes a toll on you mentally, as well as emotionally.
Sure.
And in some instances, it can take a toll on you physically because it makes you feel like altering certain things about yourself. It'll make you start eating. You know, some people have battled depression. Many people have battled depression behind it. And I just feel like it's something that the Black community, I think, should really take more of an interest in, because I've noticed that here lately, for the past couple of years, the rate of suicide by Black children has been on the increase. And it's always been because somebody was bullying them at school, or, you know, even in their families and different places. You know, people have a tendency to not really take into consideration how much words really do hurt, and they don't just hurt, but they penetrate and stick, and it can alter somebody's mindset about themselves. And I know personally that it for a very long time I had to kind of rustle through and sort through a lot of things that have been deposited in me. And we as spirituals and as Christians know that, you know, words are seeds. Words can be seeds, and they can plant things in people, not just in their minds, but in their spirits and in their hearts. And it can come out in really different ways with people. You know, there's a phrase that says hurt people hurt people. So it really becomes like a generational thing. It becomes a repetitive thing, you know, where people have been planted with so much seeds of hate and so many seeds of insecurity from other people, then they can turn that around on other people and become, eventually, if you don't watch it or if you don't have control over it, you can become your bully. You know, if you don't allow God to take control and, you know, really take into consideration what it is that's going on, you can actually become the person that hurts you. So that's just, it's a personal a personal experience for me, but I'm just wondering what you guys think about.
No, I mean, I think you summed it up, and I mean, I just think that it's a good time for us to really just bring awareness to the topic. I think sometimes we think about it as kids being kids, and we don't realize that it's more than a kid thing. I mean, adults bully other adults.
That's
There's
right.
different forms of bullying,
Right.
and I think it's just another way for us to be aware of it and to put it in front of our minds and do what we have to do to put a stop to it, and then kind of put a check on our own spirit. I think sometimes we can be bullies and not even realize that we're bullying people.
That's very true. That's very true. I think a lot of times people have a tendency to say, well, this is tough love, or, this is just how I am, or this is just how I talk. But I think at some point we have to take responsibility for the way that we've always been starts reflecting on other people, and the way that, we might say stuff to people, and the things that we might let fly out of our mouths out of anger and in a moment of emotionalism or rage or whatever. We feel like that is so true, Kevin. That's what kills me about bullying is that it's not so much the physical, like we see in movies and TV shows where bullies are beating kids up after school and bullying them on the way home and stuff like that. But people don't understand that words have a tendency to hurt a lot more than physical abuse. I think we've talked about this when it came to somebody on Ask the Pew. On that segment, we had a caller call in about how her husband and her were going back and forth. Whenever they get mad, they just start, attacking each other verbally and saying whatever it is that can come up. That's a form of bullying. And a lot of people think that, like you said, Ron, it's not just a child thing. It's not just an adolescent thing, but there are, adult bullies out there that are just so used to treating people any kind of way that nobody's taught them. So it's just a way of life for them now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, that's something definitely for us to keep in prayer. And like I said, just kind of be mindful of. And I think that was so great that you brought that awareness up on our show today, Ashley. Let's go to the next thing. We got to kind of keep moving, unfortunately. Something else that's it's not a hot topic, but it's definitely a topic that has been widely talked about is the passing of Dr. Sean McLemore.
Oh my God!
Yeah, oh God. Just a heavy hit for our community.
Man, that was
it's a blow.
Heavy blow for our community.
It's a blow.
I'm
still not right. Like,
yeah, he touched so many people's lives for so many years. I met him. I was, really, really young, and he was great, sweet, just a tremendous talent, a tremendous gift. Oh my God! And I know he has some daughters.
Yes.
Oh my God, loved his daughters.
Thank you, Jessica, for sneaking and watching us.
Let me know when you get home safely. Oh my God, that just, oh my Lord.
Kevin said praying for his family.
Yeah.
Antonio said, watch what you say to people because once those words have been released, they cannot be reversed.
That's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had a chance to meet Sean when I was doing the Sold Out album. When I first met Bishop Walker, and I met them at the same time, and we just became like fast family. He was an incredible person, one of the most down to earth, but most anointed people you could have ever met, and of course his wife Rhonda is giant, like a beast.
He sang his for years.
He did.
It hurt.
To pay homage to him, let's watch a song that it always encouraged me here recently, even, and it's I Believe.
This keeps me going on those days when I feel like giving up. Fire.
I believe the storm will soon be over. I believe
want you to already see yourself out of the storm. The clouds will move. It's time for you to smile again. Come on, Sean. I believe my family will get better. I believe God will provide. I believe the promise that He made. Oh, I believe. Oh, it's already done. The blessing is yours. God's already pre-approved you for it. Come on, Zacardi. I believe that my God is a healer. Yes, He is. And I believe that I will survive. Oh, I believe that God is able. Oh, I believe. I know it is already done. The word tells us that if any two of us shall agree on anything on earth, that God will do it for us in heaven. And I know sometimes life has a way of knocking you down to the point where you can't even pray for yourself. But today I want to agree with you that it's getting ready to get better. And right now we are giving your problems an expiration date. And we're saying it's over. That you've been crying long enough. That you've been worried long enough. That you've been struggling long enough. And I believe that God's going to do it for you. Fire, take it up. I believe God will fix it. Yes, He will. If you just believe. Oh, it's got to get better. Talk to him, Sean. I know you've been crying at night, but I came by to let you know that it's gonna get better. To the single parents, go in the room and grab your children. Put your arms around them and let them know it's gonna get better. Yes, I do believe. Yes, I do believe. You need to call somebody right now and tell them God's gonna do it. We've been made. Oh, we do it for a night. Oh, John. If you don't remember anything else, I believe. Remember this. Your storm is over. I believe. Your rain is gone away. Clouds have moved. I believe that you'll make it through it. Oh, I believe. Ooh, it's already done. I'm excited about your future.
Woo.
Wow. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that was amazing.
Absolutely amazing. All right, Ashley. On a lighter note, there's a new show. There's a new show that you want to tell us about.
Yeah. So I'm always here for the I hate to call it this was it's the funniest way I can call it. I call them the blackity black shows. And I call them that because it is full of like super black power. I'm talking about natural hairstyles, showing black people in a positive light, letting us look good in a storyline, not being cheesy, not full of violent behavior and stuff like that, and not something making us look crazy. And it's called Our Kind of People. So it's basically a story of this lady named Angela who is coming to the rich black part of the Hamptons, and she's going out there to start a business because her mom used to work out there. And Yeah, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm sorry. But it's a really, really cool show. I think I like any shows that have us looking good. And can we just talk about the black excellence that is in this picture? You
Yeah.
have this all-star cast in there. Morris Chestnut, Yaya DaCosta, uh, Papa Pope from Scandal.
Yes.
Anytime you put Papa Pope and Morris Chestnut and Lance Gross in a show together,
There's a standard.
I'm sorry. I've seen the first 3 episodes, y'all. It is a really, really great show. It actually just went off on Fox. It comes on every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And if it's not on right now, I think it just went off. But you got to watch it if you haven't seen it yet. It repeats on demand on Hulu, and it'll show again tonight. But it's just a really, really great show. I love all of the black excellence that it's showing. It shows us in a really nice, rich, uppity light. And still, I thought it was really dope that they had a church scene and they had John Gray playing the preacher in the show.
Wow.
I saw a couple of people from Tri-City Singers in the choir stand, and it was just a really, really cool, really, really good show. So I advise everybody to go out. I love that Yaya has, this going on. She made me feel good about my puff. So anybody that's rocking natural hair like that, and there's nothing against, all of us can't do the Monique. Some of us have to do this.
I can't go. Listen, I went natural. It wouldn't be a good situation.
She
I have seen
can do
your hair.
anything.
Your hair will look good natural.
Girl, no. You got to know what you're working with, and I. Okay.
Okay,
But I want
guys.
y'all to go watch it though. It's a really good show.
I'm super excited about it. I started DVRing it actually once you told me about it, so I can't wait to binge watch. Pretty excited about it.
I'm gonna start tonight.
All right, guys. To end our hot topics, because our legend is here, the legendary Monique Walker is here, and we have to make sure
I'm good.
if you don't know that you get your Elvania.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have no Elvania by now, what's wrong with you?
It's time for me to order I got to order my new tub.
I need another tub myself, Monique. I gotta get
Me too. I'm scraping it now. I'm like, I gotta go back to Elvania.com.
I work all day at a school, and I tell you, I got to get back on my grind with everything else. I'm so wiped out. Kids, I don't know. I guess because they've been out of school for so long, they came back with a vengeance.
Now, do kids ever come up to you like, "Oh my gosh, are you Monique Walker?" Like, sit down, crackhead. Like,
you have no idea how these kids do in my school. That know.
But do they know it's you?
It's ridiculous. I hate it. The teachers, God. And what makes it so bad is Bishop Walker went to my school.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I
love everything about that.
Please don't let them come up there to pick you up for lunch or something. They would just go crazy.
So one of the teachers was like, Bishop Walker went here. I said, yeah, I know. She said, no, I'm telling you that because we want him here. So I said, he'll come.
Oh.
Yeah. One teacher, she just keeps bluffing it. I'm like, oh. Nobody cares. Who cares? Nobody cares. I just want to just okay.
Right. I just want to teach my babies and go home.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
I love it. I love both.
One of the kids Googled me. So the few church kids that got Miss Walker, because I go by Williams. I never use Walker in school.
Right.
So that all that. Hi, Miss Walker. I'm like, how do you know my last name is Walker? So they say Walker. I'm like, y'all on my
Somebody go told them, baby, that's the lady that said put it down, crackhead.
My teacher is a gospel star.
She's the one that said, "Oh, you're the God." They gotta try to sing it. They gotta try to sing it.
I wish they would sing it. What I'm dealing with, I got to put my oil of school. I be anointing everything a doorknob. This devil coming out of here.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we got to move on because time is getting away from us. But I'm so excited because we have some amazing guests with us tonight. Last week, I was telling you guys about how excited I was to be in a production called Seasons Change. And of course, I'm excited because I'm working. Because you guys know for the last, almost 2 years, it's been a tough journey. And so tonight we have a couple people with us. We have Rosalie Gates. She is the director of the show. And then we also have Janelle Jones, who is one of the amazing actors from the show. So at this time, without further ado, they are here. They've been waiting so patiently with us. Everybody put your hands together for Rose Gates and Janelle Jones.
Hey guys!
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, good people.
Hey.
Great show.
Thank you.
Great show.
Thanks for your patience. See, what a lot of people don't know is that they're waiting in like the, holding area. And so they got to listen to all our hot topics and everything before they come on. And they've been so patient.
It was good.
It was good.
It was crazy because I just sent my guy to the store for some lemonade, and I'm like, should I even drink this lemonade now?
Wait, somebody's picture's black.
You can drink it.
What's the name? I had to put my glasses on. I can't see.
Oh, that might be Janelle. Can you turn your camera horizontally? Is it possible?
Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Hustle man, what's up, Hustle?
Okay. What's up?
Praise him, brother.
And then I saw you guys with all your fancy drinks and Mr. Mays had a nice little cup. So I said, well, let me go get me some too.
Yeah.
Wait, what does your cup say, Rose?
I enjoyed it.
What does your cup say?
It says BUT4.
I love it.
Oh, that is
little thing right here.
I like that.
Little cup jewelry for the ladies.
Nice.
Cup jewelry. I like how you think, lady. That's all right.
That's nice.
That's cute.
That's nice.
Listen, I'm so excited to have you guys here. Those, Pastor Monique, you guys know just from being on the road singing, your road crew is your family. So, these guys are family, my castmates, my director. So I'm super excited that they're here tonight to talk about this amazing show called Seasons Change. And it's going to take place on October 23rd at the Kellogg Auditorium in Battle Creek, Michigan. Shows. And we want to dig right into it. But first, I want everybody to get to know you, Rose, and who you are. Rose is so phenomenal. She's doing an amazing job directing this production. But Rose, let's go back down memory lane a little bit and tell everybody how you kind of got started in the business.
Well, I got started excuse my guest, it's not even our guest, but I got started 13 years ago. I was at a play downtown, and Miss Sheila Finn was handing out flyers, and I said, well, I always wanted to act. I'm gonna take this flyer because she gave me a flyer, and I went to the audition, which was the very next day. It was a snowstorm, so I get to this audition, and I'm like, okay. She's like, do you have a headshot? And I'm like, a headshot? Like, what is that? And she's like, a photo. I said, oh, a picture. Just say picture. You mean picture? She was like, no, it's really called a headshot. So fast forward, I've been working with Miss Sheila for the last 13 years and other people on several different projects. She allowed me to direct her play Just for the Love of Money about 10 years ago. So I've been doing that. I've been on the road, Ron Todd. And so I've been directing for 10 years, acting for 13. And so I've done several plays, stage plays in and around Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, Indiana. Now I'm not in the production in Battle Creek, but I'm directing this amazing cast, and I'm so honored. I'm always so honored to be on the other side and give back and direct and all that stuff. So that's kind of how I got started. Just wanting to do something my whole life, but never got started, and then this opportunity presented itself all those years ago. So here we are today.
That's dope. That is really, really.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is it that you like the most about the directing process?
I like to teach. So I like to be able to share my knowledge and my skill with other people. That some people are just starting out. Some people have been in the business for quite some time. So sometimes you can't really teach them because they feel like they already know. You know what I'm saying? But and being an actor, being in entertainment, you have to be open. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be able to share. That's what I've been doing a lot of really this go round is teaching. I've been teaching, like, no, you do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just like to share because I want everybody to win.
Yeah.
I love that.
If they're on stage and they're fired, that means that I've done my job. If they're on stage and they're trash, that means I'm trash too. So I want to be trash. So it's really important that they sell the show.
Absolutely. That's dope.
Yeah.
So do you favor directing over acting? Like, do you have a favorite?
Good question.
Out of the two?
That's a good question.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was asking, do you have a favorite out of acting or directing? Like, is there one that you favor a little more than the other, or are they both just kind of do you get the same thing out of both of them?
No, I love acting. Okay. I love acting. I will act anybody's role. Ron will tell you, I will get up there and act, a man or a woman. Yes. I will act. I always threaten them, like, if you don't get this right, I'm taking your role. Just know that. I've already learned the line.
Right.
I've already learned the lines. I got it.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep.
So, Rose, what would you say to someone who may be like you were years ago, and they always have wanted to be an actor or actress, and they see that an audition is coming up? What advice would you give them?
First of all, make sure that this is really what you want to do, because it's not easy. And like I said, you have to definitely be open to criticism, critiquing, all that stuff. Everybody is not going to say things all nice and sweet and like, no, I need you to. You may have a director that's just very, very, very direct. And it may not come off to you as nice. So you have to be prepared. Be prepared and know that this is really something that you want to do. You will hear no a lot. I've heard no a lot, but I've also got yes, a lot of yes. Way to go. But I would just say, make sure this is something that you want to do, that you have the time to do it. We just talked about this the other day, Ron Todd. Everybody want to be in the forefront and be the leader and be the main character, but they don't have the time to invest in that. Yes. It's more than just learning lines. It's more than learning lines. So I would just make sure, I would tell them, make sure that you're prepared to give it your all.
Absolutely. So now let's talk about season change a little bit. Tell everybody about the show, and then we'll get to you in just a second, Mr. Jones.
I'm here, baby. No rush. We good. I'm enjoying listening to the director.
So season change is it's a fun show. It's really, really fun. It's actually got a lot of comedic areas in it that really break the sadness of everything that's going on in the production. So it's about going through different struggles in your life, in one's life, which we all have been through. And you won't last. It just shows you that this season don't last long. So, abuse, mental, physical abuse, you're coming out of that. Verbal abuse, you're coming out of that. Loss of a mother or a father or someone close to you, you can also come out of that. So it just kind of show you how the seasons change if you keep God in the middle of everything. If you keep him first, then the season will change. You just got to walk through it.
Man. All right. And you know what I think, Sherria couldn't be with us tonight because she has death in the family. But what I thought was really powerful is that this story is centered around, she says, faith, family, and forgiveness. But a lot of these things actually happen to the writer that people will see on stage. And so she wants to promote domestic violence awareness, I believe it is. Is that right?
Yes.
Domestic violence
awareness? Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so why
October, October is also domestic violence awareness month, as well as along with the cancer month, so breast cancer month. So yeah, it's a lot going on in the month of October, but I think that the domestic violence get kind of swept under the rug a little bit because we're always focused just on the cancer month, but there's people out there hurting, being hurt, men and women. So yeah.
Wow. So now, Mr. Jones, tell us about your character.
My character is a person that's been through some life struggles, and he's found his way to get those characters through deal with that struggle through intoxicating himself and finding a life in the streets. So the time come, he's got some comedic parts to him, but he's got a story behind it. He's found a way to cope with those problems by doing what he does in the streets. Keeps him a couple tunes. He's big camera fan he is, but that makes his life more exciting for him, and he finds a way to cope with it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, why do you think it's important that people come to see this show? What do you think they'll get out of this production?
For me, I think when you watch it, is that a lot of people that you may see, you may have a certain perspective of them, or but you don't know that. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know the changes and things that have made them who they are. And when you get to hear that backstory, the changes that they go through, how they survive, how they come back around and make the change, it's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Jesus, definitely.
Wow. And so, tell us a little bit about your journey as well. How long have you been acting?
Man, so first of all, CDK, man, I'm a choir director's kid. My mom was a music major at Atlanta State College, so we had a group choir director's kid. You gotta play the piano, whatever it is you need in church for that choir director's kid. And my mom, we started that way, just acted in church plays. Got out, started doing a few other things. Traveled a little bit, did a little bit on a television show, on Chicago PD, on Chicago Fire, stage plays, Chelsea area around. We've been done a few things, so I'm excited to be able to get into it now. My life is coming around. Got a big family, so it's for a while back into it.
Tell everybody how many kids you have.
10 children, 7 boys and 3.
Look at Pastor Monique.
all the same wife for 30 years. But 10 children.
I have 5.
Yeah, 5.
I have 5 boys.
Wait,
I have 5
Pastor
boys.
Monique, how many do you have?
1.
Yeah, I have 5 boys. One will be 32 tomorrow.
Wow.
32.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, let me tell you something now. I wouldn't dare disrespect Credo and ask you your age, but you do not look like you should have.
I'm 49.
Wow.
Yeah.
49.
That's pretty old.
Yep. I have 5 sons and I have 10 grandkids.
Wow.
Wow.
So y'all are the type of people that just took that whole be fruitful and multiply as a personal challenge. I got it.
I wanted 2. My wife wanted 5, so God has a sense of humor. We ended up with 10. So.
Wow.
You got 7 boys and 3 girls?
7 boys and 3 girls. So
That's the whining. Same as the whining.
I'm going on in the name of reaching for my goal.
A lot of football watching.
Oh wait, that's commission, ain't it? Wrong.
Yes.
That is commission.
That's commission.
That's my group. Right? I'm old. That's early commission.
Right. I had the wrong group. Wait a minute. So wait, Kevin says, Pastor Mo, you feeling inspired?
My God.
Inspired to do what?
Have more kids. Have more kids. Inspired to have more kids, Pastor.
It's the way
She
After
said
my
no.
daughter's wedding, after my daughter's wedding, done.
It's a lot of work, but I would trade the world for it. None other than 10, man. Proud of all of them. We watch football. Friday, I watch my son in high school play. Saturdays, I watch my college play. On Sundays, I watch my sons in the NFL play. So we watch all. We're full of football.
Awesome. So do any of your kids want to pursue acting or
Yes.
are following your footsteps?
Daughter, she's very much into arts a lot. My oldest daughter, she's into. She actually reminds me of like Rose. Miss Rose is smiling and laughing friendly. Miss Rose, don't let her fool y'all on this show. She don't play.
I can tell she got a little spice to her. I like that. So what is it like for you being in this particular play? I noticed that you talked about a lot of the acting that you've done before. How is this play different for you, or is it how has it influenced you as a person? Like brought anything out of you or deposited anything into you? This particular play.
Well, this is my first like real stage all black cast for me, to be honest with you. We are up here at Jackson, so for me, a huge something different for me. Even on sets of other shows and stuff like that, they just they made me feel part of the cast. This Rose patient, I got my lines a little later downstairs, but she was patient to make sure I get up. She probably wondered why I ain't got right here reading, but they were very patient. They embraced me. We got in the field, get that family feel to watch everything come together. I really, yeah. Everybody helpful. This is unique.
And if I could just say this, I am really, really proud of the entire cast. But I am proud of Hustle. Hustle was doing a phenomenal job. When he came to audition, it was him and another gentleman. But when he first read, myself, the writer, and our stage manager, we all just looked at each other like, that's the one right there. Like the other one, see ya. Thanks for coming out, but we gonna keep him. Hustle is amazing. Hustle, you were doing a great job. I appreciate your time and talent. I say that to you guys all the time. You guys are phenomenal. I love y'all. Y'all make it easy when you know your lines.
Right.
You know your lines.
So what I like about her is she's candid. She just tell you what's what. See, that's cool. Get this right here. Get the line. Right. I like a little ad lib. Get the lines.
Right.
She's
by the way,
Rose only this tall. Look.
Right. By the way, Hustle Man is his name in the show, guys. His name is Hustle in the show.
That's right.
That's why I keep calling him Hustle Man.
Come on, Hustle Man.
Oh, I see Hattie's on too, y'all. Y'all see Nancy Wells.
Hey, Hattie.
Hey, Miss Hattie. I see it.
Hey, Miss Hattie, man.
She says, we love you too, Rose.
Oh, I love y'all.
Mama Sheila.
Mama Sheila.
She says, Hustle Man, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Fan.
That's our stage manager.
Yes, we're honored to be there. Looking forward to a great show. Looking to come out.
Absolutely.
Do what you call us and blow the doors. It's going to be an awesome show.
I have one more question. I know he's gonna kill me for asking this, but I just gotta know because it's just not right if we don't ask this and he's on here. What is it like? We know what it's like with us being on the pew with him. What is it like working with the Ron Todd in a play atmosphere, in production atmosphere? What is he like as a co-worker?
For me, he just.
Well, I love it. I've worked with Ron before. He brings a lot of energy. He's just really fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? He'd tell me stuff on the side, like, he'll pull me to the side or call me up, like, well, sis, I was just thinking, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I just have to say this because I can't hold it.
Because I can't take it. It's wearing me out.
I can't take it. We gotta do something about
this.
That's definitely wrong.
This part. So yeah, we've been on the road together. We've worked here in the city together. We've had a great time. And when I called him up, he was like, yes. And I was like, yes. So I love him. I thank you, brother.
I love you too. And you know what? That road make it, it makes you or breaks you, but it definitely makes you family. You learn stuff about each other you never thought you wanted to know.
Absolutely.
And but now it molds you in this industry, and I thank God for those experiences. Janelle, what were you gonna say?
For me, just been a real cat, man. I didn't know Ron from anybody. I came in there, I'm like a new guy, nobody really know me. Hey, what's up? I'm Ron. Introduce yourself. Here's my number. Hit me up, call. I'm there if I'm in a situation. One time he's texting me, checking. Just a real cat. I'm like, man, this dude is like. When I'm seeing him on the show in the podcast, and I look him up to see, I'm like, he's real out. And that for me, that's just I like being a genuine people.
Wow.
Genuine.
Yeah,
definitely a genuine guy.
Ooh, y'all had me sweating for a minute. I didn't know what they was gonna say. Okay.
Let me tell you what he told me last night when we was talking on the phone.
Ooh, Rose, I was not ready for that.
I'm just joking.
Oh Lord.
But for real, no, not
but for real. Oh my goodness. Well,
this is a great show, y'all. I love it. This is a great show.
So, Rose, how can they get tickets?
How can they get tickets? It's on the flyer.
Eventbrite. Go to eventbrite.com, and then you're gonna just type in seasons change.
Yeah.
And then it'll come right up, and you can get tickets. So,
because we didn't have to do any ticket sales this time around because it's being handled by the investors and stuff. So
yeah,
that was good for me. So I haven't really even paid attention to any ticket things. Normally, if I have to sell tickets, I'm like, yeah, hit me up. I'll meet you on the corner.
Right.
Wherever you at, that's me.
Right.
In the parking lot. Yeah. But because I didn't have to sell tickets, I'm like, okay. Well, I have two tickets. I have two tickets that I will give away to any of your viewer round. I don't know how you would do that, but I have two tickets that I would like to give to your viewer. It's for the 3:00 show on October 23rd. It is in Battle Creek. So for anybody that's watching, Ryan, you can kind of facilitate that. I don't know how you would do it, but I will give them two tickets.
Guys, if you want those tickets, put your name in the chat box right now if you want those two tickets to the show. Listen, those of you guys who are in Chicago, Battle Creek is maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from Chicago. Not a far drive. So if you want to try to make it to either the matinee or the evening show, or if you just want to fly on it. It's going to be a phenomenal show. The message is what's so powerful to me. And I think if anybody who's ever dealt with domestic violence knows someone who's dealt with domestic violence, I think we all, like we talked about earlier, could just use a refresher on the signs and the things to look for. I think one thing, Rose, that I've learned from the show is sometimes people have issues and we miss the signals. Mm-hmm. We overlook them. In this show, we see, like Miss Hattie, who has some different issues and exchanges. And I think that sometimes, because that's mama, we don't look for some of the things that she could be dealing with or some of the issues that she may have. And we just kind of excuse it or we look over it. And so this show kind of helps us to remember how to focus and pay attention to little details.
And then, what I would say, too, is as we go through the show, even watch closely to Rachel, the sister. Her underlying issues are so blatant, but because she's dialed up and she's this and that, we're not paying attention to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, people, I was going to say this too, Ron, that people are actually carpooling, like getting together in groups and going down. So, and they're making like a weekend kind of trip, to Battle Creek. So staying over, they got this really nice restaurant right directly across from the venue and have great lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So I know a few people that are getting together, carpooling down and staying the night over.
It's such a beautiful venue. I mean, those of you guys,
oh my God,
if you've ever been to Battle Creek, most likely you've played at the Kellogg. I mean, it's their biggest venue there. It's absolutely beautiful. When I was doing Church Girl, we played there as well. I mean, it's worth the trip. It's worth you doing the carpooling. It's worth getting a flight to come down to Battle Creek and see this show. Janelle, what do you think people, after seeing your character, what do you think they'll take away from it?
I'm hoping that they will take away from it that sometimes the first impression that you get, you may not really understand what you're seeing. In other words, you get your perception of somebody based on their appearance and what you think they're doing, or maybe what they should be doing. But then when you get their story, you get that backstory. You'll be like, man, they're really doing this thing. Some of the fun comedic things that they're doing, and some of the things that may appear to be depressing that they're doing, is to help them deal with their life situation. So I hope that they'll take away from that. Man, next time, when you see somebody, just kind of think about what is it that has them in this predicament? Why are they that way? And what is it that God is maybe putting you in a position where you can help that person or help get their story out and have their season change?
Good.
So before you guys go, I want to know, do you guys know our show legend?
I don't know your show legend.
Okay.
Who's up? Wait, what show you talking about?
Ron Todd. I was listening to her talk, and I said, "This is not somebody."
Now, have you guys ever heard of Hezekiah Walker?
I looked up.
Okay, so have you ever had any Hezekiah Walker records?
Why is she laying down?
Okay, so that's Monique Walker. Have you ever heard Second Chance? Y'all know that song? That's her.
Wow.
That's her.
Get out.
Why does she have her eye like that?
Because Ron, nobody cares.
Yes, we do.
No, we do care.
The whole world cares. Javis, could you unmute yourself so I can get an
If we were in person, I would be trying to take a picture.
I need some help here. Yes, we do care.
We do care.
We do care.
You're the God of the second chance.
That's my thumb.
Put it down, crackhead.
Look at the audience. I love that song.
Who said put it down, crackhead? Who said that? Who said
I'll hang up and turn it on.
Y'all, did anybody just notice Hustle take a picture with his phone? Did anybody see that? I'm just trying to make sure, and it's happening again. That's happening right now.
If the truth be told, Ashley is the singer with Hezekiah Walker now.
Negative.
Oh, Ashley.
Yes.
Negative.
We are on. This is such a blessing to be on the phone with such great people.
Hey, Terry. That is awesome.
Oh, Ron. Terry. Ron said, hi, Terry.
That chick.
That's my other guest. That was your other guest.
I don't know who Terry is, but I'm just glad he got on clothes. I'm glad, because that would make the show.
Listen, ratings through
the roof. Just be walking by with nothing on.
Ratings through the roof.
You don't know how.
On the show.
I'm in a whole interview, and you just gonna walk past with your salsa and your chips and dip.
Right.
I enjoyed it the first time.
I need an office.
I enjoyed it the first time. Yes,
oh my God, who does that? Okay.
That's awesome.
So what we have to give honor where it's due. So we have to make sure, because a lot of times our guests come on and they don't realize it's her.
Wow.
And so
it's her.
Yeah.
It's her.
And so we're so honored, and she's here every week in all of her glory and her beauty. And a lot of times the guests come on, they're like, I was singing her songs 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and then we look at like she still looks 20.
Right.
Listen, ain't aged a day.
Not a day.
We give God praise.
I gotta get to Google. I gotta get to Google, y'all. I gotta go Google Miss.
Yeah, that's what
I need some special life.
Please do something else other than Google. That's all.
And then you have to go get her online.
Google.
What should I use, Pastor?
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay. You said don't Google, huh?
Wait.
Y'all know she can't stand
everything.
Wait, guys. Right.
Now you should have told me not to Google.
She can't stand Google.
Everything come up on Google.
He says don't Google.
The good, the bad, the ugly, everything.
Right.
Hello.
Her season now she where she's supposed to be. That's all that matters.
Listen, y'all got to go. Thank you, Renee. Y'all got to go to elvania.com because the legend also has a hand and foot cream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll get that.
Your hands ain't lathered until they got some Elvania on it. Here, Mike.
Yes.
Tell you that right now.
I'm tell you.
Yeah.
They dry. They ain't got no Elvania. They dry as shit.
Period. You ashy for no reason.
You asked for no reason. I will go on to Elvania and purchase some. It's just foot cream or hand cream too.
Oh, hand cream.
And hand cream.
Oh, I like hand cream.
Listen.
Yeah.
I think I want to have me a foot rub tonight.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Javis. This is why we can't keep the chicks out of the chat.
Foot rubs for sale.
The numbers gonna go up. Here we go. 200 viewers in a minute. Watch it's going up.
In 1 minute. This is why we can't keep the chicks out the chat.
Dude, listen. We try to keep you nice. We try to keep you sweetly saved.
This is a single man over here.
Listen, and he is single.
Don't say that now. Don't say that.
Wait, Javis, me too. We represent for the divorce. The divorce crew.
Don't say that. The chat gonna be blue. It's gonna be on fire.
The divorce.
Oh shoot! She said single.
What? That's for Monique. You in the divorce club too? Hey.
Don't tell my business. Tell you.
Well, I am single. Are you single? I'm single. Pastor Mo is very single.
And I'm a die single. Glory.
What?
Nobody up here get no ideas.
As good as you look.
Too old. Too old. I'm too old, and I'm too busy.
You said, girl, you are not too old.
So listen, no. Don't even get no idea.
Yeah, I heard you saying that earlier. Don't get old because I got a lot going on with my body. I was like, well, what's going on, girl?
She look good, don't she?
She look great.
See me fanning, right?
And then Mr. Mays over here, like the doctor gave me these pills. And I'm like, what kind of show Ryan got me on? Because I ain't sick, so I don't want to be on this show.
No, I'm feeling good. Don't
drink. Hey, listen, y'all. Don't drink this. I started taking notes. I'm like, well, let me take notes then.
Right. Javis talking about he feeling good.
I feel good.
Great.
Before we got on the show.
No more acid reflux and stuff.
Before we got on the show, I ran 2 miles. Came back and showered and I feel good. You know.
You put your Elvania on or you ran out?
I haven't put it on yet. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pay someone to come and do it tonight.
See, this is what we be talking about, Javis. Mute your mic, because I can't.
These
girls ain't gonna stay safe.
You know, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna really pay them.
Don't tempt the Holy Ghost. Don't, Lord Jesus. Don't let them have to make a way.
Lord Jesus.
Listen.
Ain't nobody care, Monique. Monique, what did you say?
Listen, that little 14-year-old daughter that I have.
A way of escape for him.
Ain't nobody coming in here. My daughter don't play that, and you know. Yeah, we're not gonna have that. Ain't nobody coming in.
Now, but when you get your Elvania, Janelle, let me tell you, because see, the smell is not girly enough. It's very unisex. It's very fresh. But you get your foot cream, and then when I go to Maylene, I have Maylene. Don't put that little cheap dollar store lotion on my feet after
please,
brother. Because see, they wear my feet
too. Because I bring my own cream too.
I bring my Elvania. Because see, what happens is
it ain't thick enough.
After they get through doing my feet, I go every 2 weeks, and every time they drilling like Shanae.
You gotta go to work on my.
I be like, okay, now use this cream so they can be smooth and stop playing with me. Gotta do that much work. I ain't got that much dead skin. Stop playing.
Baby, I ain't got that much dead skin.
I was just here.
And then they be talking too about your feet.
That's the truth.
And see, I started saying, oh, for real? I heard what you said. To make them think I understand their language. They be like, oh, no, I wasn't talking about you. No, honey.
Stop.
No, I wasn't talking about you, honey. No.
I'm I'm done. I'm done with you, Ron.
Our apologies to our Asian viewers.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ashley.
No.
That's what they say allegedly.
Yeah.
This conversation is in no
Allegedly
way
in that tone
intended to offend the Asian culture
at all.
Listen, why
But thank y'all
Gotta
so
be
much,
don't have an
bro.
executive
a
order?
disclaimer when you fool with Ron. The people of the pew.
Why us black
not
folks still
intended
don't have an
to offend
executive order, but they do.
Right.
I don't understand that either, but I'll
Uh-oh,
leave that
that
alone.
part.
Hello.
I'll leave that alone.
That part.
We're going to leave that alone. Okay.
I'll leave it
Rose
alone.
and Janelle, thank y'all
I'll
so
save that
much
for next
being
week.
here.
I'll
Right.
save that for next week. Next week we need to talk about what's going on with these politics.
I was wondering how long. I said, is this rehearsal? Because we on here a long time.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
Hey,
Don't forget, Seasons Change Gospel Stage Play by Sherria Divine Diva Perry, a story of faith, family, and forgiveness. It's going to be at the Kellogg Auditorium in Belleville. James, I can't
Check.
stand
Check the message
Belleville.
for those tickets. Them 2 tickets. I'm giving tickets away.
Yes, if you wait real quick, guys. If you want the ticket, she has 2 tickets for the 3 a.m. show. 3 a.m.
3 p.m. 3 p.m.
Come on.
If you want,
I'll be
tickets for the
asleep at
show,
3 a.m. You know.
Right, Kiana.
hurry up. I need y'all to put it in the chat box. I want those tickets. 2 tickets to the 3 a.m. show. I'm thinking
3
of 2
p.m.
PM.
3 p.m. because I won't be there at 3 a.m. I'll be at the hotel. 3 p.m.
Ron, let me know. I'll give the tickets to you. You give them to whoever reaches out to you, okay?
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. This was an awesome show. I had a great time with y'all. Hopefully, I can be back on again. Thanks for the invite, Ron Todd. I appreciate you.
Nice meeting you.
Welcome.
Nice
Hey,
meeting y'all.
Oh my gosh.
I have missed the pew.
It's
Listen,
nothing like it.
I ain't laughed this hard in a couple of Tuesdays. This has blessed me.
The funniest thing is when Kevin asked Monique, was she getting any ideas about them kids?
It was the genuine confusion that she had.
The way she looked, she was like,
And I'm still confused.
But wait, have you ever seen somebody who got like good and grown kids and then they turn around and have a little baby? And you looking like
that's my problem. That's my problem. That's my problem. Like just thinking about remarriage and things like that. Like there is no need.
No, there will be prerequisites. There will be conversations. Cause see, like me personally, my youngest, he'll just be 6 next week. So I have a small kid, but that's it.
Taylor's 14 and Ubers by herself.
Wow.
So, yeah, she'd be like, "Oh, I'm Ubering from school because you taking too long," you know, or you know, her friends, they hang out at Universal pretty much in my backyard, and you know, so it's like going back to. Like I told Taylor when she came in the house today, I was like, "Girl, fix me some pizza rolls and you know, and a little salad, whatever." And she did that for me. I don't know if I want to go back to fixing bottles.
See,
again.
Ashley, you're gonna still experience it in the future, and so when you have your baby, you'll get a chance to experience that whole process, and then you'll understand why it's nice during that time. And then when your kids get older, you're like, okay. Done it, been there, done it, and now I want to enjoy other people's babies so I can give them back. Amen.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Y'all know I'm working towards that, so y'all keep
it's coming.
Because I'm trying not to give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up. No,
I'm doing 40 like this.
No. Don't give up. Go ahead and you know what it takes.
I just don't. Oh, I know. And it's not from lack of trying. No.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Yes, sir.
However, I just don't want to be. I don't want to be the 80-year-old at the high school graduation and saying, that's my dad, and their friends like, I thought that was your grandmother. So I don't want that. I don't want that. Like
But now, can I say this? And I think everybody deserves the opportunity if they want to have their own child. But I think adoption is very important too. And let me tell you why. Because there's so many children whose parents just didn't feel like they had the capacity to take care of them, and they deserve a good home.
I agree.
You know,
I grew up with foster siblings.
When I was an investigator, just like you were saying, I went on a case on an investigation. The mom tested positive for cocaine. Wow. And so when I got there, you know, I'm getting ready to do the whole workup and investigation. She has a 12-year-old at home who doesn't even know that she's pregnant. So she just had this baby. The baby tested positive for cocaine, but it wasn't a high level. So they were like, the baby was ready to be released in 3 days. She said, take the baby. I don't want it. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with this. I don't even want to see the baby. I don't want to breastfeed the baby. I don't want to know the baby's name, nothing. She signed over paperwork, everything. And I took that baby away and took it to a foster home until we found a permanent adoption. But I just thought about how much love that baby would be. And also how empty she must have been at that moment.
Yeah.
To just give away a baby you've carried for 7-8 months, you know, because she wasn't full term. She was like 8 months or something like that. But she didn't even look at the baby. Her child at home doesn't even know that she's pregnant. When I did the investigation, went back, saw the kid, never knew this mom was even pregnant. So you have a child that you're raising who has a brother or sister out here that he doesn't even know. And
that's so unfair.
And you just gave this baby away. Well, you know, she didn't have an abortion. So it was like, it's in between. I was glad that she decided, you know what? I don't want this baby. I'm not going to love this baby. I don't know how that baby came about. I don't know if it was rape. I don't know what it was, but she was totally detached. You could see it in her eyes where she was just dead. And that thing hurt me so bad because all I could think about was, how can you give up your kids? But at the end of the day, there are some people who have enough sense in the moment to say, you know what? This baby needs a good home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to provide that. You know, and probably she was like, she's in that point of her life where she's using drugs, she's hanging out, she's doing all these different things. And because she's, they call it when you are functionally on drugs.
Yeah, a functioning addict.
You're still paying your bills, you're still doing those things. So she said, you know what? I'm going to take care of this 12-year-old who's not affected by what I'm doing at this point, but I'm going to give this baby away. And she gave that baby away without looking at it. That thing broke my heart so bad because I just, you know, my mama always said, you give away dogs and cats, you don't give away children, you know. And she was really talking about women, like women don't give away their kids, you know. But there are times when, you know what, it's appropriate for you to say, you know what, I'm not going to do right by this child, or I'm not going to do right by this marriage, or I'm not going to do right by such. And I need to allow this baby to be raised in a foundational good home, or let this person who you married to go so they can find somebody who's going to love them for real. You know, It's like, you know, I don't know how I got on marriage, but yeah. But
like you said, it's probably the best mothering move that she made was giving that child up.
Absolutely.
Because if somebody is that detached from their child in that moment, then like you said, we really don't know how that child came about.
We don't know what it was about. We don't know.
Yeah, like she could have been raped and just decided.
Don't know who the father is. Probably was high. All types of different things. There's so many scenarios, which is why I think we should have a conversation next week talking about this very, very big issue that is going on right now, abortion. Because it's a big issue in the church, even if people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, people feel hopeless. And a lot of times you don't know the circumstance around someone's decision. Yeah. Do we believe that abortion is right? No. But I'm not going to put myself in a position to make the decision for someone who I don't know what their life has been. I don't know what decisions they've had to go through or what took place that even caused that in their life. So one thing that my daughter said to me was, she said, because when she said, Dad, do you think abortion is wrong? I said, yes, I do. And she said, do you think that you should be able to tell women what they should be able to do with their bodies? And I was like, she said, because you're not a woman. She was like, and I don't really see women making laws about men's bodies. And it just like, it hit me. I was like, that's a very good way of thinking about it. I just think that there are some things that personally we have to deal with ourselves that I don't think that people have the right to kind of dictate to how you respond in your own life about your own walk in your own body. You know, so,
I agree.
Yeah. But
even though as Christians, we know how we stand with abortion and everything. It's not something that we promote, but as law-abiding citizens, like I feel like in a law-abiding place,
the law has been set.
I don't think somebody should be able to tell you what you can do or what you can't do when it comes to that.
That's going to be interesting because I want to also.
It is.
Because when you think about even the mandates for the vaccines, should they be able to mandate masks? I think we should just hold that off until next week.
Yeah, let's put that in the feed and let it run.
It's a good thing because the left agrees about less government over on this side. The right agrees about left government on this side. But both of them are trying to, put more government on individuals. Now, I got the vaccine because I believe that we all need it, and I think everybody should get it. But do I mandate someone to get it?
Ron, I see you shaking your head, Ron.
I think you should always give people the option to choose. However, it's like a hard head makes a soft butt. The numbers don't lie. And so I don't care what anybody says, when the vaccine became available and 50% of the United States became vaccinated, we saw the numbers begin to decline at a great rate. A drastic rate. So how can we say that the vaccine is not helpful and the numbers are showing something different? So I say the numbers don't lie. Therefore, all these people who have become mad scientists and have now who got
doctors and lawyers
Bill
overnight.
Nye, the science guy, and my thing, Bill Nye, Bill. We've been taking vaccines. That was my job. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. Hey, okay. But we've been taking vaccines since I can remember. I still got vaccination marks on my arm from smallpox and all kind of stuff. Yeah. We were asking questions about why should we get this vaccine, but now all of a sudden we got to do a whole research project to decide whether we want to get this vaccine, and the numbers are showing that it's helping for us to get through this. Do we want to be in a pandemic forever? Come on now. Go get that shot and be quiet.
I want to go outside in the rain.
There's a TikToker that made up a rap, you guys, that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen, telling people to stop being like mad scientists because now everybody thinks that Google is so much smarter than actual science and doctors and stuff. Like, you can become a doctor in 20 minutes on Google.
Listen, I can go on right now and change my website and put Dr. Javis Mays.
You can, and everybody will believe it.
Google will make you think you're dying. Don't have any symptoms and go and Google it. They'll have you in the grave.
Have y'all ever seen that meme that has somebody on the computer like this, and the caption says, "When you go on Google to Google your symptoms and you found out you're already dead."
You're dead.
Google have you like, I'm not going to the doctor. Don't worry about it. I'm not going.
I got so nervous.
Oh my God. Like, you cannot do it.
Google make you think you have cancer. So listen, you have a fever and they'll think you have HIV.
Right.
Seriously.
Won't Google make you think you
listen? They get in a fever, they be like HIV or cancer, or it's like, really? I ain't been having sex.
Your will, and you got.
I ain't been having sex since the last time I got tested. Tell me something else.
And the thing is, don't nothing be wrong with you. You
right.
You just got a little sinus infection.
Ron, you're muted.
I said, not only that, don't get a cold. Now everybody think they got COVID. Everything got COVID.
Right.
My daughter came here yesterday.
Sneeze around people without them thinking you have COVID. Y'all do realize that allergies and sinuses were going on.
See, I have allergy issues.
And it's still going on.
Yes.
And flu season is coming back around. And so it's just like my daughter came in yesterday. I need to do a COVID test because I've been sneezing stuff. I said, take this Sudafed. And going on in the room. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today.
Wait a minute. One more thing before we go, y'all. Because I've this thing saved my life. And I don't know if you got one of these, Monique, but this has actually saved my life. So I have horrible, I think we talked about this before, Monique, that I have horrible allergies and sinuses. And it has been like plaguing me for the past year. And this weather change and stuff does not make it any better. Right. And plus, I live in the South, so pollen is just like sitting on my car outside waiting on me whenever that season comes around. But somebody actually gifted me this. They blessed me with this through the mail, and it has saved my life.
I got that.
You have one of these?
What's that?
Listen, anybody that is dealing with sinuses or allergies or any, congestion problems or anything like that, respiratory problems, this is a lifesaver. It's a steamer, and I put it on my face and steam.
Okay, it's a steamer. Okay, what steamer from?
It's made by Vicks, by people that makes Vicks.
But I have to take shots. You have to take
0 shots?
I take 5 shots a week. Because I have what I'm going, and then I take something called Dupixent because I have nasal polyps.
Wow.
So my issues run deep.
Yeah.
My arm is
personal sinus steam inhaler with the face-off mask.
Yeah. And see, the good part about this is that there's this little thing in the back. I'm doing a commercial right now.
You put the little disc in there, right?
And they give you these little
disc, the little white disc.
Yeah, disc.
I got that. Yeah.
You put them in there and you slide this in, and when the steam comes out, it is like a menthol heaven.
Yeah.
That just runs across your face, y'all. It is so refreshing. So if you have allergy or sinus problems, they are on Amazon. Go look one of these up. I'm telling you.
You get that for Walmart too.
You can't get it from
I got mine on Amazon too, though. Yeah,
somebody sent it to me in an Amazon box. And
the only thing that I can't seem to control though, Ashley, is the sinuses that drain down my throat.
I can't stand that either, and that's getting worse for some reason. Like this helps me, but when my sinuses start draining like that, it gets overwhelming. Like it.
Yeah, you gotta get some.
That helps me here, but it doesn't help me here.
You gotta get Flonase, and you got. I'm gonna tell you what's good for that too. I got it all.
Do that for me though.
Sudafed or something that dries you out will help with that. Sudafed, Mucinex. But there's a nasal spray that you can get, but it has to be prescribed. That is specifically for post-nasal drip. That'll make you very hoarse. Dripping on your vocal cords, it'll make you. But if you get a Flonase, my doctor gave me something new that is just so amazing. I just don't have any more. So it's really, really, really good.
How was the Flonase for you?
It's good, but it doesn't work being that I have such a severe case of whatever I got is severe. So, and I'm a lot better because I take shots, but then I'm still not good.
To me, Flonase is too temporal. Like once I do it, I'm good for like maybe that hour. But after that, the stuffiness comes right back.
Yeah,
it's not for stuffiness. It's really for post-nasal drip. It's for the drip. And you really, that's one thing you really want to control. But if you can't, but then you need to go to your doctor and let them give you something because it's not going to heal itself. Now, unless God works a miracle. How about you? He's a miracle worker. But we so churchy. Church people are just.
I love him.
Listen, but until he does it, you need a prescription. But yeah, you could get any strong allergy pill that dries you out.
Hey,
you cannot start with these two. With these.
Why church people so churchy?
He's done for me what nobody else could do.
All you got to do is think.
He saved me.
And I mean millions and billions and trillions of times. Huh?
Listen.
Because he's a God of another chance. How about that?
Listen. Don't do that.
I mean,
watch your tone, Monique Walker.
I should have been dead because I was nasty, but God did it.
Monique.
And then you remember when she held the line, she said, "Another chance."
No, I was saying, you're gonna make me hang up. He didn't give me one. A little bit more than two. Some people messed up more than 2 times. Some people only messed up 2 times. But for me, I messed up more than 2 times. So I needed another.
That time she said 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times. I said, yes, me too.
But for her to have these pileups, have y'all ever noticed how high?
Oh God! But here you go. She's singing an alto. Why are you, ma'am? You're out of place.
Ashley,
because she's smart, and I
let me
get it,
tell you
Monique.
something.
That's
but
why
let me tell you
she's highs.
But let me tell you, the last few engagements, me and Ashley have been traveling with Bishop together, and this thing is an alto. Because I am a background queen, and the blend has got to be right. I'm like, I have to look at her and say, Ashley, you are singing this alto tonight.
But what I love about both of y'all is, see, a lot of times people think, because now there's some other leads that I know that I will not say their names, but they pantomize until it's time for them to do their song. When they get through with their little number, then they start singing. You guys sing the whole night and do your song.
Hello,
and come back and continue to sing.
Hello, Monique.
Hello. Let me tell you about this thing here.
It's her. It is definitely. Let me tell you something. Monique is so consistent till it's almost.
Oh my God!
She deserves to be honored for real. Like
that's why I do. Every time I
get hanging up.
No, I'm serious. It is so fun and so cool working with her because the stuff that she does in lead, she's just that passionate and just that dope in background.
I could do background though. I don't ever have to lead.
We'll meet eyes, like we'll meet eyes and start singing with each other. And my daddy saw it, Monique. My daddy saw it when we were in Chicago. He said, I love seeing y'all.
Ashley, because you be killing.
Oh my
Ashley,
God.
don't you think Monique needs to teach a class for choir singers on ambience? She needs to teach the choir singers because she gives it to you in that stand. And I remember from watching her as a kid, I used to be like, "Oh, she is giving it to you."
Always.
So when they was doing, what was that song?
Always.
I will go with Jesus.
I will go with you, and she'd be over there. She would be giving you the show. She was getting it. I will go. I mean, all them. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
She is the queen of stage presence.
She was
the queen of stage presence. I have told people for years that this woman has been my fairy godmother.
She needs to teach
years.
I am not that old, Ashley. I'm too young to be your fairy.
I'm serious. I used to watch her when that Live at Morehouse album came out.
I remember.
I used to watch her and I used to try to mimic how she's like her presence and the way she would stand with that hand behind her back. And I have a aunt that sings like that. So it was so cool because I used to look up to her too. So it was so cool to see you doing that. Like the way that she just carries herself, background and lead, it's too consistent.
I just enjoy it. I have to, if I don't feel what I'm doing, I can't do it.
And see, that's the problem. People do it and they don't feel it. They just do it because they can, and it doesn't have the same resonance.
And the thing is,
that's the difference between
she does it at 55 in stilettos.
Period.
On that stage
with a ponytail this long.
Oh yeah,
my hair was.
Speaking of hair, do y'all remember when Dance came out? When that music video first came out, all of a sudden everybody had hair like this.
Hey! Listen, they were being artistic with those skirts on.
Period.
Javis, don't.
Period.
Because you know, but Javis, you know why?
Apostolic?
Bishop is apostolic to his book. I just asked myself for
Bishop
the crew.
Is what?
Apostolic to his.
I mean, Bible way, all the way back.
All the way. I just asked. I said, we have to wear skirts for the cruise. He said he's gonna let me know. That means I'm gonna have to go buy a whole bunch of skirts for a cruise.
Listen, it's gonna be dresses like this if we're limited to that. Every dress I have is gonna be so thin because the sun ain't playing on these boats. I can't walk around in these jean skirts on this boat now. I'm sorry.
With Bobby socks and Skippy sneakers. That's how we used to do.
Listen, when y'all came to Universal, I was standing out there by the trading company, and y'all all walked through with them socks and tennis shoes and jean skirts. And I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Those are my brothers and sisters in Christ." Those are my brothers and sisters.
But you know what? The only thing he was missing, right?
The only was a head covering.
You know what Bishop lightened up because Pastor Monique used to always have a French roll. I said Bishop must have lightened up because all of a sudden she had those bouncy wraps. I said, "Oh, we wearing our hair down now."
I was tired of all that spritz in my hair. It was so stiff. Oh my God! Yes and no. Got to be a better way.
Kiana just killed me because she said apostolic starter kit. You know what the apostolic starter kit is? A long jean skirt, a pair of socks, and some tennis shoes, a head covering, and you're not gonna kiss nobody until you marry him. That was the apostolic.
Wow.
It was better for a man not to even touch a woman.
Right. Listen, you don't know if they can kiss. You don't know.
Listen, you just going in blind. That was the first gamble. I don't know why they said we can't gamble. You was gambling with my life that whole time. So.
I mean, you gambled. But I guess they said, but you were trusting Jesus with it.
But that's why people was getting married so young. 17, 18 years old. They was getting married because they wanted to do it and have sex.
And miserable by 30. and miserable by 30.
Because they don't know about relationship.
Right.
My God.
No, but they wanted to learn about relations.
Mm-hmm. But they were 30 looking out the window saying, "I wonder what's out there."
Right.
We got to do
by
better.
35, they was divorced.
Without teaching.
We just know better now. I was speaking to my sons yesterday, and I was telling them, I don't want you in love. Have 3 or 4 girlfriends. Be honest. Tell them all that you like all of them. But ain't nobody gonna want to commit. You don't need nobody committing to you at 19.
No.
Learn life. You don't need to be getting married till you 30. Listen, don't get married till you 30.
30?
You're in college.
I don't think so, Javis. Because if you get married at 30, they need to get married at 25 so they can start having them kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because don't nobody be wanting to. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the grandma at the graduation.
I still didn't know who I was at 30. And this is the thing. You evolve together in a marriage, but you don't need to be evolving away when you get married. And I think that a lot, especially today, in the way that we live in this microwave society, 25-year-old boys aren't really ready to get married. And then they hurt somebody's daughters, or they go in and they're not responsible. My thing is this: maybe you will be ready at 25, but when you graduate at 22, 23, go on all the trips in the world, travel, see the world, do all of those things. Because to me, when you get married, that's not the time for you to be trying to figure out what you want to do in life. You should know it by then. Because when you take on a wife and kids, you're taking on the greatest responsibility of your life outside of salvation. And so you're responsible for this woman and these kids. You don't have time to be trying to figure out what you want to do at 32 when you're married. No, you should have had a plan before you did that, because you're not responsible for a legacy.
Yeah.
So I don't want them out here trying to figure it out at 28, 30 years old. I'm married, but I'm trying to figure it out at 28. Brother, somebody's depending on you, and nobody told me that, but I took my wife through a lot of different things because I was trying to figure it out even at 30. And to me, trying to figure it out and being married at the same time, sometimes it happens, but I just don't think that's the best plan, because when you're trying to figure it out and you figure out who you want to be and who you are, if you got a wife and kids, that dies.
Yeah.
But is it fair to you for your life to die when you have desires and things you want to do when you have a family? Just figure that out before you go and take on a family.
That's right.
I agree.
That's just, I'm figuring it out now, and I'm 40. That's that truth, though, for real.
Yeah.
Which is why I got remarried at this time. I'm still trying to figure some things out right now. You know, I'm trying to figure out where I want to live. Like, I feel like I want to move, but I can't move because Taylor's still here. She's 14. But if Taylor wasn't 14, would I have left by now? Yes. So, you know, you don't marry somebody and be like, we're going to stay here forever, then 3 years.
Javis, I'm going to be there in January.
That's a long time from now, Ron. We'll talk about that when January comes.
No, because how your schedule's set up, you won't be there no way.
You do have to book that joke ahead of time now.
I am getting ready to release a new single.
See?
So he gonna be on the road. Look at that.
Ron, you did right.
I already know. You know how many times I've been to Orlando and called Javis and he's not been there?
I can believe it.
I don't know that about that, Ryan. Maybe once.
Twice.
Okay, maybe twice.
3 times, actually.
I don't know about that.
Last time I was in Tampa, but I was going to drive over.
Tampa is not Orlando. That's an hour away.
I was going to drive.
Now, if you're in New York, that's different. You know, because it take an hour to go everywhere in New York. But,
and they be telling you it's around the corner.
And I'm not getting on that subway. I was talking to a pastor in New York the other day. You got to come down. You got to come down. I'm like, I'm nervous because I don't want to see no rats.
And you will.
They're like, oh, you won't see any rats. No, you won't see any. You have to be in the dirty areas. You have to be by the trash.
That is not true. That's not true.
I saw a rat down in the subway the last time, but he was just like running through the subway. He was down in the hose like that.
He was a rat, Javis.
I ain't care as long as he wasn't.
You saw him where?
I was.
Wait, where was he at?
Got right on the sub. He was down like in the trenches of the subway, but I got right on the subway and got right where I had to go. I was leaving Manhattan going to Brooklyn.
Wait, you saw it?
Yeah.
It was on the subway?
It was under like the subway hadn't come yet, so it was down in the tracks. But he disappeared though, but he was running fast. He had somewhere to go.
Wait, Kevin said there are rats on the Upper East Side.
Yes, he had somewhere to go. Yep, it was Upper East Side too. Yep.
Kiana said, I want to visit New York so bad, but I don't want to feel scared the whole time. Right.
Oh, you won't. Listen.
I'm scared. That's why I don't go out. I'm scared. They're everywhere.
See, I think that's different for you, Pastor Mo, because you've lived there pretty much your whole life. Like you're born and raised there.
Yeah, she's still scared, Javis.
Yeah,
but she don't go. But man, listen. When I go to New York, I don't even be caring. I get on the bicycles. I get on those ones that's real fast that has like the motor.
I don't want to see no rats.
And I get on the bicycles and everything and ride up the traffic and all.
Not me.
Y'all, I can't do it. Let me tell you, the closest that I've gotten to seeing a rat was my cousin had, we don't get those we get neutral rats out here if we're gonna get one. And they usually by like the Chevron refinery and stuff. So people that live over there, the rats have a tendency to come around their houses and stuff. And somebody I know had a rat come in their house, and she said it was, I'm not lying, she said it was this big.
In New York?
How they look in New York?
No, in Mississippi.
Oh.
She said the tail was this long. When she saw it, she said, "Oh, you need the keys to this place."
I couldn't do it, Lord Jesus. Something.
Wait, but is that how they look in New York?
Yes, because they're eating good. They're eating good. They eat better than me.
Kiana said,
eating the garbage and the filth and oh God, I can't take it.
Well, are they by the restaurant?
You ain't gotta be by a restaurant. You understand? It's because our mayor, he's so busy trying to make everybody ride a bike instead of getting a plan to get the garbage out. And then since the pandemic, they have outdoor restaurants. Come on, do something.
I like the bike.
Kevin said, if I'm walking and something starts rattling in the bushes.
Come on, Kevin. Come on.
That's me. That's me.
Oh my! Renee says rats are all over. There was one in my mom's backyard in California. Oh no!
And he would have had my yard. and the keys to that house. Y'all, I'm telling you, if I ever see you get a rat, a spider, or a snake in front of me, and it can have everything I have. And I'm
well, now
I'm
we
good.
have some big old spiders in Detroit now. Oh yeah.
There you go.
And big old muggers too.
Oh, big old. Yes, you guys know that I can't even talk about that on here, but yes, I was just very closely with a shootout just Friday, but God kept me.
Praise God. I'm glad you're all right. Listen, it's too
just another day in Detroit. While they're shooting.
Hey, I'm watching that show right now. E-Course is about the city of E-Course or something.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that show.
And there's a lot of neighboring cities that are rough. Highland Park, E-Course. My church is in Highland Park, but Highland Park, E-Course, they're rough areas.
Wow. So E-Course is
on
still
the
rough.
Outskirts. Yeah.
E-Course still rough. That was like 20
what's
years
still
ago.
rough?
E-Course.
Yeah, it's rough. And I remember one guy told me, he was like, yeah, I try to tell folks, because I don't live in the city. I live in the suburbs. I said, where? I live out in E-Course. I looked at him like, man. No offense to nobody who's on here who lives in E-Course, but it is not the suburbs. Let me take that pen to your bubble at this moment. It's not. Kiana said, I saw a spider this morning and almost had a heart attack. Kobe Bolton says, the way I would choose violence if I saw a rat.
Listen, there's nothing else to do but just go really, really crazy. I don't care what I hear.
Come to New York, because honey,
I can't do. I couldn't do it.
This is the problem, y'all, with this show. Because first of all, we don't talk to each other all week. So when we get on here, we just be talking and we just invite y'all into our conversation. And
literally
we're talking for 2 hours.
But I'm the only one. I think. Does anybody got to get up in the morning?
I do.
Me.
Yep.
Good night, y'all.
Where you going in the morning, Javis?
I'm gonna be right here in this house working.
You work from home now?
I work from home. I've been working from home before the pandemic.
I got to be at work at 7:00. I'm exhausted.
Good night, Mo.
Well, good night, everybody. Thank y'all so much. We'll be back next week. And just like that, we back. Bye.
Bye.